Survey shows American people today better housed than any people in history. When I first read that on the release, I thought to myself, they call that news? Everyone knows that. But how many people know how this amazing progress came about? Where does the money come from? Because of the millions, I mean billions of dollars it takes for this tremendous building program. In fact, it's impossible for the human mind to grasp the total amount of money that has been required to build the America we know today. Where then does all this money come from? In 1934, the government cooperated with private business in creating FHA. FHA was born in the Depression. When nothing much was economically sound, here was a sound idea. Faced with a national need for more homes and a more consistent supply of mortgage money to build them, FHA came to the rescue by insuring long-term, low monthly payment mortgage loans. Home ownership was made possible for additional millions of families and stimulated a tremendous volume of construction.
Phil, this is the kind of home we're looking for.
It's the best group of homes in that price class we've had yet. They'll go well on that Whipple track. But Jim, I've got about all the work I can handle right now. I'd like to do it for you, Jim, but I just can't see my way clear.
This isn't for Jim Chandler or Phil Regan. This is for the city. A brand new industry, new employment, new business all along the line. Phil, no matter what other inducements we offer them, we can't bring them in here if we can't house them.
Doggone it, Jim Chandler, you're a hard man to turn down.
Well, it's the penalty of your business.
What do you mean?
You know a home builder builds more than homes. He builds communities, cities, lives.
I ought to know better than to let you in here. Every time I do, it's the same thing. Look, if I can arrange for the additional line of credit...
I'll get it for you.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's draw up plans on these two models, send them in.
Now, I still like this one over here. Let's send all three.
All right, tell you what we'll do.
Now, this is the way your payments will work out. The first year, this proportionate share applies on principal, while this part covers interest, taxes, insurance, and so on. Now, through the months and years, your interest payments become less and less, while the part on principal becomes more and more, until by the 20th year, your payments are practically all principal.
Now I understand it.
That's a good way of showing it.
This money, the savings of all these people, when put to work in this way, well, it benefits everybody. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Every wage earner, every merchant. That's the reason I like this work.
I know what you mean, Ed, and I'll go along with that. But now, if we're going to inspect those new properties, we better get going.
Okay.
I'll just pick up my things in the office here.
Jim takes Ed around to see the new houses Phil Regan is building with Jim's financing. The insurance company has no financial interest in this part of the project, but Ed Stevens always likes to see what mortgage bankers are doing. Jim is financing the mortgages on these houses. Later, he will transfer the individual mortgages to one of the savings banks or insurance companies he represents. These institutions welcome the opportunity to spread their investments in government-insured mortgages. And the ripples of prosperity, like those from a pebble dropped in the water, reach out farther and farther to benefit more and more people, every trade, profession, and business in the community.